Hello, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe for more updates, as we keep you updated with your favorite celebrities. In the glittering world of fame, where camera flashes blind and headlines change by the hour, true moments of humanity often go unseen. But every now and then, a story surfaces that reminds us there are still stars who shine brighter off camera. This time, that light came from an unexpected but powerful bond between two people navigating their own storms, Nara Smith and A$AP Rocky. It all began quietly, behind the scenes, away from the red carpets and paparazzi lenses. Nara Smith, known not only for her rising presence in the fashion world but also for her poise and grace, was dealing with a personal crisis that few knew about. A health scare in her family had left her overwhelmed and emotionally stretched. Though she projected strength to the public, those closest to her knew she was cracking beneath the pressure. Nara, who has long maintained a relatively private life despite her growing popularity, was suddenly thrust into unfamiliar emotional territory. Friends reached out, but it was someone unexpected who truly stepped in, A$AP Rocky. At the time, Rocky himself was battling his own turmoil. His name had recently been splashed across headlines due to his devastating cancer diagnosis, a revelation that had shaken his world and that of his partner, Rihanna. The world watched in collective heartbreak as the couple fought through this life-altering chapter. But amidst his own suffering, Rocky did something that not many would: he extended a hand to someone else. According to sources close to both stars, Nara and Rocky had only met a handful of times, through mutual events, a few fashion circles, and a shared respect for creative expression. But when Rocky heard about Nara's situation through a mutual friend, he didn't hesitate. He could have focused on himself, he had every reason to. But Rocky's heart is different, a close insider shared. He called Nara, just to check in. Then one call turned into many. He showed up when she least expected it. From late-night phone calls to sending over a private therapist he personally trusted, Rocky went out of his way to be present for Nara. Not in the loud, performative way some celebrities do, but in the quiet, consistent way that actually matters. One particularly emotional moment reportedly took place when Nara was overwhelmed at a charity gala she had agreed to attend, despite her personal struggles. Rocky, who had not planned on being there due to his treatment schedule, showed up in the final hour, not for the cameras, but for her. He didn't say much, but his presence said everything, another source recalled. He stood beside her, let her cry on his shoulder backstage, and made sure she left that event with her head high. Their bond, forged in pain and resilience, grew over the weeks. It wasn't romantic, it was something even deeper. A kind of soul-level understanding that only comes when two people have seen the worst and still choose kindness. Social media soon picked up on their growing connection. Photos of the two laughing during a backstage fashion shoot or embracing at a benefit sparked wild rumors. But both Nara and Rocky remained silent. They didn't need the world to define what was happening, because they knew it themselves. In a recent podcast interview, when asked about support systems during tough times, Nara briefly hinted at Rocky's role. "Sometimes, the people who aren't in your inner circle become your biggest angels," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "I'll always be grateful to those who showed up when they didn't have to." Likewise, Rocky, while talking about the importance of empathy during illness, said, "You never know what someone else is carrying. Sometimes, being there for someone else helps you heal, too." Indeed, this connection between Nara Smith and A$AP Rocky is not your typical celebrity friendship. It's a story about realness in a world that often feels fake. It's about two souls weathering storms and choosing to be lighthouses for each other. In a time where headlines often focus on scandals and breakups, this quiet act of loyalty and compassion deserves the spotlight. When Nara Smith needed help the most, A$AP Rocky didn't just answer the call, he became her anchor. And in doing so, he reminded the world that in the darkest moments, the most unexpected bonds can shine the brightest.